Welcome all. It's time for another exciting edition of the show with no name. And right now, I think you know what time it is. It's time for liftoff. Let's go. 7, 6. Come on. You know the drill. Toma expresión. You know the drill. Ya sabes cómo van los tiros. Drill es ejercicio. Ya estamos aprendiendo. Al lío. Vamos. All aboard! Yeehaw! Come on!
Get ready. Hold on to your hat. Strap on your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hat. Get ready for the ride of your life. The show with no name time. On Vaughn Radio. It's the show with no name. Let's go.
All right. Welcome aboard, everybody. Welcome to another exciting edition of the show with no name on Vaughn Radio. I know you were in good hands right before this show with my buddy Fitz and his program, No Excuses. And speaking of drills, I just taught you the expression, you know the drill. Venga, tú sabes cómo va esto, ¿ya? Well, Fitz will drill you in his classes. A drill is un taladro, but also to drill somebody or to do a drill es hacer ejercicios. And I'm referring to English drills. It's No Excuses. It's hosted by my great friend Fitz, and it's right before this program every day. All you have to do is download the free Vaughn Radio app, and you can learn English with us wherever, whenever, as Shakira says. It's Vaughn Radio, folks. We've been on the air for 20 years. This program's been on the air for 15 years. And we've even got brand new shows. What an amazing team here at Vaughn Radio. Thank you, guys, as well. You're a part of our team, right? Of our global, worldwide classroom here on Vaughn Radio. So make sure you download our free app and take us with you wherever you go.
Howdy, Richard Vaughn here, founder and host of Vaughn Radio. Meet my amazing team.
Hello there, this is Julia from the Let's Get Random show. Let's navigate life together, practicing our English.
Hi, this is Kyle Miller. I present the Drive Time Show every day at 6 o'clock on Vaughn Radio.
Hi, this is Jimena.
Y yo soy Nacho.
And you can listen to us every day on Test Your English
A las 12:30.
at 12:30. Tune in.
This is Fitz from No Excuses. Let's get ready to rumble. Come rumble with me on No Excuses.
This is Chris with Frankly Speaking. The doors open every night at 7:30. Let's talk soon.
Hi, this is Dave Boyes from The Salad. Join us every day, live at 5.
Hey, it's Alberto Alonso from the show with no name. And don't forget about Rob, Andy, Ruby, and Tino.
Download our free app, Vaughn Radio or Vaughn Radio, and learn English with all of us on the go.
Question of the week. All right, amigos, this week's question of the week. Now, I've already had about, 6 or 7 different students participate. I would say weekly we have about 9 or 10. Sometimes we've had as many as 12, but the average, vamos a pronunciar esta palabra, porque primero no es average. Bueno, primero no es average, right? It's ridge. Nos comemos la E del medio. Y ridge es el borde de algo. Look at the ridge of that mountainside, right? So the average is about 9 students per week who take the time, the effort that it takes to send a voice note. But I've got to say something. Is it paying off? ¿Está dando frutos? You can bet your ass. Keep it up, folks. The more you participate, the more you'll be able to improve your speaking in English, talking about different topics, expressing your opinion. This is a skill that everybody needs to know how to do. And a lot of people tell me, Alberto, I don't get a chance to practice my speaking. But then don't tell me you're not participating in this section, because then I don't want to hear it. No me lo cuentes, entonces, because I'm giving you an opportunity. Plus, do you need me to give you the opportunity? Do you know how many times I talk to myself aloud? Yeah, people think I'm crazy, but I don't care. You get to a certain age where you know who you are and who you aren't. So you just don't care what people think. It's true. I've gotten to that age, if you haven't noticed. This is based on a true story. All right, amigos. Well, if you haven't participated, you still have time. All you have to do is send a 1-minute voice message. You can send it to my email. Do you know my email address? Jot it down. It's aalonso@grupovon.com. aalonso@grupovon.com. And we look forward to hearing from you. What can always make you feel better after a bad day? You've had a stressful day. You've had a tough day. What makes you feel better? What relaxes you? What calms you down? How do you blow off steam? Son todas formas de decir desestresar. So you can tell us in a 1-minute voice message introducing yourself. Send it to me before this coming Friday. Well, if not, I have to edit it. Remember, it takes time because I got to make sure the volume's right, and then I got to put it into my soundboard. So hopefully all of you will participate. And now it's time for a little more participation. It's our pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Yeah. Let's go. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. All right, folks, time for your pop quiz. Today, we mean business. What does that mean? Significamos negocio? What? Well, no. Don't take it literally. We mean business. Vamos en serio. We mean business, folks. And today, we're going to take a look at some business English. And honestly, I hate that term. This is a business English course. Business. Blah, blah, blah. Everything's business, isn't it? Think about it. Tus asuntos is your business in English. Who are you? What are you selling? Even if you don't sell knives or dictionaries or English courses, what are you selling every day? In a job interview, when you're meeting people, what are you selling? What product? It's not a product because you're not for sale, but yourself. So it's really important to know how to sell yourself. Now, I'm somebody who's usually pretty good at selling himself. However, if you know the real me, I don't really like telling people about myself. I'm not, I'm great at this. I like to do, but it's a skill that I know that if you've got 1 minute in a job interview, or you're meeting a girl or whatever, it could be the girl of your dreams. You've got under a minute. You got 30 seconds to make an impression. And first impressions, you know how it works. You say causar una impresión, we say to make an impression. So everything is business. That's why I always recommend, even if you're not in the business world, that you pick up my good friend Kyle's book, Business English. Do you mean business with your English? ¿Vas en serio? Well, if you don't have Kyle Miller's book, Business English, then you are missing out. Kyle's not only an English teacher, but he holds an MBA, and he will guide you through the ins and outs of business and the English language, all while having fun. Business English by Kyle Miller is the most complete English resource available, and it comes with audio and video. Pick up a copy of Kyle Miller's Business English. That is, if you mean business. Available at vontienda.com. Now, you've been exposed to the expression mean business like 3 times already in this show. In that little jingle ad thing. Also, I said it 2 or 3 times. So now it's your turn. So the first thing is recognizing it, being, immersed in it, being exposed to it, I should say. And the second thing is you using it. And that's such an important part. So, folks, all throughout today's show, a lo largo del programa, all throughout today's show, and every show, it's so important, not that you participate. Okay, great. If you want to participate in the live show, excellent. But if not, you've got to participate aloud. So if you're in your car, you can try and do the different translations. You can repeat the expressions. Why not? And if people think you're crazy, have you ever driven around Los Angeles? Everybody's singing in their car. Everybody's doing everything but driving. All right, folks, this is from Business English. Give it a listen, and then I've got a job for you to do.
Negotiations Translation List 5.
Se ha roto la negociación.
The negotiation broke down.
¿Cuáles son los factores de éxito en la negociación?
What are the factors for a successful negotiation?
Tenemos una negociación en grupo.
We have a group negotiation.
Negocié mucho durante la comida de trabajo.
I negotiated a lot during the business lunch.
Es alguien que sabe los detalles de cortesía.
He's somebody who's really detailed about politeness.
Trabaja mucho con negociaciones internacionales.
He deals with a lot of international negotiations.
Conoce bien el protocolo para una situación así.
He really knows the protocol for such a situation.
Es un buen negociador.
He's a good negotiator.
Contempla la negociación como si fuera un desafío.
Think of the negotiation as if it were a challenge.
Presenta tu oferta con claridad.
Present your offer clearly.
¿Has conseguido captar el interés de la otra parte?
Did you manage to capture the other party's interest?
Exprésate con convicción.
Show conviction.
Sabe convencer a la gente.
He knows how to convince people.
¿Sabes leer el lenguaje no verbal?
Do you know how to read non-verbal language?
Busco una solución racional.
I'm looking for a rational solution.
No creo que la otra parte sea de fiar.
I hope you guys are doing these aloud.
I don't think the other side is trustworthy.
Good word.
¿Tienen de verdad la intención de firmar un acuerdo?
Qué voz, Dani.
Are they really planning to sign an agreement?
¿Cuáles piensas que son sus intenciones?
What do you think are their intentions?
Tiene mucha habilidad para romper el hielo.
He's really good at breaking the ice.
Quiero crear una atmósfera de confianza.
I want to create a setting with trust.
Setting. Buena palabra.
Confío en ti.
Are you sure?
I trust you.
Ellos no han mostrado ninguna deferencia hacia nosotros.
They haven't shown any respect towards us.
No comprenden nuestra posición.
They don't understand our position.
Mira, no busco engañar a nadie.
I'm not looking to cheat anyone.
No dejo nada al azar.
I don't leave anything to chance.
All right, folks. There you go. Some great expressions about negotiation. And everything's a negotiation. Everything is un toma y daca. There's your first thing. It wasn't in the audio, but it popped into my mind. So there it is. Let's see if you know it. Number one in today's pop quiz. Use your own example if you want. ¿No? ¿Qué en tu vida es un toma y daca? A ver, como otra forma de decirlo en inglés. All right. Un toma y daca, you say in Spanish. It's compromise. Okay? Compromise is say, I give you a little, you give me a little, I lose a little, you lose a little. You meet in the middle. It's a compromise. Dar y recibir, toma y daca. ¿No? Un ir y venir. Intercambio. That is your first word. Really, it's more than a word. It's an expression in English. The second one that came to mind is one of the main principles in business. Oferta y demanda. So there's another one with E. We've got two E's. Toma y daca is number one. And oferta y demanda is number two. These are very common expressions. Again, it's like salt and pepper, black and white. They go together. They go together like rama lama 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 na ding a dang. All right, and the last one. This is something you tell somebody who really knows how to negotiate well. And we all know people like that. Some people are not good negotiators by nature. They're too shy. It takes a certain personality, right? So we have an expression in English that we use when we want to say that somebody really knows how to negotiate. They get their way. Se salen con la suya, right? Sabes negociar. Regateas al máximo. All right, these are three idiomatic expressions in the business world, in the world, as I said, because the world is business in the end, right? Everything's kind of like a business. Even, your family, right? When you run your budget, el presupuesto, what you spend, I mean, you have to run it like a business in some way. So there you go, folks. You've got three over there. Toma y daca. Remember to use them in context, just so I know you know how to use them. Toma y daca, oferta y demanda, y cómo decimos a alguien que realmente sabe negociar. ¿Conoces Weekend Town? La nueva iniciativa de Vaughan.
Pues no.
Es un fin de semana de inmersión en inglés. Y es nuevísimo.
A ver, cuéntame más.
Tendrás una inmersión lingüística total durante 2 días.
Un total de 24 horas hablando con angloparlantes de todo el mundo.
¡Wow! ¡Qué interesante!
Ganarás confianza y soltura a la hora de comunicarte en inglés. Mejorarás tu comprensión auditiva y tus habilidades conversacionales en una situación de comunicación real en inglés. Ven a Weekend Town y te sorprenderás con todo lo que puede avanzar tu inglés en un fin de semana. Weekend Town de Vaughan. Un fin de semana de inmersión en inglés.
That's right, folks. Weekend Town. Also, you've got some other deals going on. If you go to grupovon.com/cursos destacados, I just shared the link in our group class here, our chat. So if you want to click on it, it makes it a lot easier. You'll also find it in the description of the show on YouTube and everything. It's grupovon.com/cursos destacados. And if you go there right now, I just clicked on the link myself. Right now, you've got a special deal on Vaughntown. That's right, a special deal going on Vaughntown. Another one going on with the preparación de exámenes oficiales. As you guys know, you can prepare your Oxford exam, B1, B2, or C1. And right now, if you sign up, you can get the registry for free, matrícula, to register, matricularse. We say registrarse. And the test is free as well. Oh, the material and the test is free as well. And that's an online course. So you can do that from the comfort of your sofa. Remember, we don't say sofá, we say sofa. Another way to say it is couch, pero cuidado. I always hear people say coach. Coach, vamos a aclararlo. Coach, entrenador. It's a really cool song. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Put me in, coach. And I'm trying to think of a song with the word couch. I'm sure there's one out there. Also, we've got a special deal going on with our one-to-one flex. This is where you get your own personal trainer in English. And you can do this via telephone or video conference, whatever you prefer. And also, we've got the Vaughan Essentials and Masterclass. So, but the only way you can do any of those is you've got to get a level test, which is awesome. So give us a call, 911-385831, and get a level test. Or you can reach out via social media as well. You can contact us if you go to grupovon.com, cursos destacados. There's a little thing that says contacto. Click on that and say, hey, even if you don't know what you want, say, hey, just want to get a level test. I want to see where I stand. And that's no strings attached, sin compromiso. Obviously, you get a level test. We'll say, well, this would be an ideal course for you. But if you can't afford it or now's not the right time, there's no strings attached. Now, down the road, you can maybe think about doing it. So let's see who's in our virtual classroom joining us this morning. We've got David. Good morning, David. How you doing, buddy? He says, good morning, Alberto. And he's got the staying alive emoji, as I call it. Whether you're a brother or whether you're a mother, we'll be staying alive, staying alive. Feel the city breaking and everybody shaking and we're staying alive, staying alive. Ha, 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 staying alive. Sorry if it starts to rain. My bad there. Elena, sorry, I couldn't help it, David. No lo pude evitar. There's Elena. Elena joining us. She says, good morning, teacher and show with no namers. Happy hump day. Thank you for joining us, Elena. Great to have you on board. There's Chris Valrol in the house. And Chris says, morning, awesome show with no namers. I have to beat it. Wait a second. Do you guys smell that? I have to beat it. Tengo que pirarme. Wow, that's a great one. I've got to beat it before 11:30. I have to give my mom a ride to her doc. I hope it's okay. I hope she's okay, I should say. I hope she's okay, and I hope it's just a routine checkup. No, a checkup, you say revisión. And she says, but I'll listen to the show later. I mean business. Chris, what a model student and a model daughter. La hija perfecta, la estudiante perfecta. I love it. There's Born to Iron Man checking in. He says, morning, friends. Great to have you all with us. Folks, we are going to a quick commercial break right now. The good news, we're going to come back in just a moment with tons more Show with No Name. We've got Spelling Bee, Homophones, Double Trouble, Name That Movie, Famous Birthdays, and so much more. So, say it with me. 3, 2, 1. Stick around. Welcome back. Welcome back, my amigos. We're here for part 2 of today's Show with No Name English Extravaganza. It's interactive. It's exciting. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. You guys know that one? The electric slide. Oh, mi hija le flipa. You gotta know it. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. You gotta see it. It's electric. Boogie woogie. The electric slide. Oh my God. You can't say you've been to an American wedding or an American prom and not do the electric slide. The electric slide. It's a dance and a song. Check it out on YouTube. I'll teach you the electric slide. It's like the Macarena or the chicken dance. You know, one of those essentials, one of those staples at weddings. Dale tu cuerpo alegría. Because those are fun. Why? Because everybody knows the song, and then there's also a couple dance moves to go along with it, a little bit of choreography. Check it out. The electric slide. And there's a whole dance. I used to know it. I need to learn it because my daughter loves the song. And right now I'm just kind of making it up as I go. Me lo invento sobre la marcha. I make it up as I go, but I want to relearn it. So going back to my youth. Hey, it's a great excuse. All right, amigos, it's time for the Say What soundbite. Yeah. Say what? What? The remix there. All right, folks. Is everybody ready for the Say What soundbite? This is an extremely famous actor. Not just famous. Talented, gifted actor. I love this guy. I love everything he does. He's just intense, but at the same time, he doesn't overact. It's incredible how he does it. He just seems calm, but he seems nervous. I don't know. Hopefully you guys will agree with me, but oh man, I don't know what it is about this actor. You know, some of them I'm like, all right, he was good in this role. He wasn't good in the other role. This guy, just everything he's in, he's just awesome. He's got the right balance of being aggressive, but not overacting aggressive, you know? I know this isn't helping you at all. But either way, the important part is not who this person is. It's what's this person saying. So what I want you to do right now is to listen carefully, and I want you to try and get the gist of what this person is saying. The gist, la idea principal, que se escriba G-I-S-T. And as always, you'll hear it 4 times. Hopefully by the 4th time, you'll be able to write it down verbatim. Here we go, folks. The Say What soundbite for the first time.
All right, yes, I'm very good at sticking it to the man, but this woman, I don't want to stick anything to her, except myself. She won't let me.
All right, some play on words there, ¿no? Algún juego de palabras que está pasando ahí, ¿no? A mí me huele a juego de palabras. All right, let's do it again here. I'll give it to you for the 2nd time, and we'll see if you guys can give me at least a sentence or 2 summing up what you heard. Here it is, your Say What soundbite for the 2nd time.
All right, yes, I'm very good at sticking it to the man, but this woman, I don't want to stick anything to her, except myself. She won't let me.
Hey, Damian, what's crack-a-lackin', buddy?
Hey, Alberto, I was planning to do some sports this week. What about playing baseball?
Ooh, baseball. I love it. But I'm not sure yet. Can we touch base next week?
Touch base. Estamos en contacto, ¿no? Hablamos en algún momento. Yeah, okay. Let's touch base. Okay, what about basketball? Do you want to play basketball?
Oh, man, I love basketball. It's one of my favorite sports. But I don't know if I can this weekend because I've already got plans. Oh, man, that's the way the ball bounces.
That's the way the ball bounces. Así están las cosas, ¿no? Así bota la pelota. Así bota la pelota. That's the way the ball bounces. I love that expression. Okay, what about tennis? Do you want to play tennis?
Well, I love tennis, but I'm not really a good player. If you don't mind playing with a novice, the ball's in your court, buddy.
La bola está en mi campo, ¿eh? La pelota está en mi tejado. All right. Do you want to play some soccer?
Sure, I'd love to play some soccer, or football, as you call it. What time do we kick off?
Perfect. We're kicking off at 9. Are you available?
Sure, but I might have to play some golf before with some friends. It's par for the course.
It's par for the course. Es lo normal, ¿no? Es lo normalito, lo que se hace. Okay, what about billiards? Do you like playing billiards?
Yeah, but right now I'm behind the 8 ball.
I'm behind the 8 ball. Estás detrás de la bola 8, como que llevas las de perder.
Yeah, wow, a lot of idiomatic expressions here.
Muy buenas expresiones. Si es que así da gusto aprender inglés con un profe como Alberto y un poquito de creatividad, tienes This Book is the Shit. El mejor libro para aprender inglés que te has echado a la cara in your life. Píllatelo, vas a disfrutar mogollón de dibujos para que lo aprendas todo fácil, con conexiones lógicas y divertidas. Es la manera más sencilla y más divertida de aprender inglés. No te la pierdas.
Damian, you're such a good sport. Te enrollas. You can pick up your copy of This Book is the Shit at
vaughantienda.com.
It's the shit. That's right, folks. My latest book, This Book is the Shit, available wherever fine books are sold. Let's see what's going on in our chat room. We've got a couple things to do right now. We've got our pop quiz, which we're going to check. Then we're going to check your Say What soundbite observations. And then we're going to rock and roll right into today's spelling bee. Let me take a look at it. Today's spelling bee is going to be one of the easiest ones we've done in a long time. So I expect all of you to at least take a stab at it. All right, let's see. Elena, you're giving us just one of them. Remember, guys, whenever possible, it just makes life easier. If I give you 3 different things, just put them all in one comment, because if not, then I'm sifting through comments a bit over here. So let's see. No problem, Elena, but just for future reference. She says everything is a give and take. Correct. Let's give her a round of applause. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. That's right. De hecho, la expresión es you win some, you lose some. Right? Es más sucinto al revés. You win some, you lose some. It's a frase hecha en inglés. But that's right. Everything in life is a give and take, right? A compromise. Cuidado. A commitment es un compromiso. Tengo que hacer tal cosa. But to compromise is to say, bueno, yo te doy eso si tú me dejas hacer. Okay? We compromise. We meet in the middle, right? Elena, now, I forgive you for putting all three of them in different comments. I don't forgive you for just giving me 3 words without any context. I mean, it's correct, but really? I have to explain that part? Okay, I thought it was pretty clear. All right, no problem. Let's see if anybody else gave it to us in context. Elena says, also, all right, so see, you 3 comments here now. So just remember, for the sake of simplicity, there aren't many rules here. Aquí no hay reglas, realmente. Just use full sentences, because it is English class. Use things in context. Don't just give me random expressions in the air. Doesn't help me, or more importantly, doesn't help you either. Let's see. So Elena says, I guess you really know how to make a deal. It's correct, but I'm looking for more of an idiomatic expression. All right, let's see. Let's see if Chris got all 3 of them and in one comment here. She says, I think life itself is a give and take. Yes. Now, Chris, I think you're about to teach me something here, because Chris just said it's a cut and thrust. Do you know something, Chris? That is, I didn't even know the expression. Lo acabo de buscar. A situation, a lively or competitive atmosphere. Excellent. So I think life itself is a give and take, un toma y daca. It's a cut and thrust. Que, like we say a lot of times, we say it's a cutthroat situation, a cutthroat market. Cutthroat is super competitivo. Excellent, Chris. Then she goes on to say capitalism is based on supply and demand. Yes. We say suministro y demanda en vez de oferta y demanda. Y suministrar también, supply. So ahí, ya que tienes el sustantivo, pues también tienes el verbo. Eso es lo bueno de inglés, ¿eh? No siempre, but we love verbifying. Todo se hace verbo. Hasta Google it. All right, let's see, Chris. Let's see if we can go 3 for 3. She says, you really need to drive a hard bargain. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Chris Valrol. Knocking it out of the park. Excellent job. Wow. All right. So the first one is a give and take, right? Everything's a give and take. Every relationship, it's a give and take. You can't always take. And you can't always give. That gets very tiring. So it's a give and it totally makes sense. Sometimes I give, sometimes I take, right? I mean, it can't make more sense than that. Oferta y demanda, pues cambiamos oferta por suministro, supply and demand, okay? And the last one, lo sueles decir cuando alguien dice, okay, venga, lo hacemos a tu manera. We'll do it your way. But you drive a hard bargain. Negocias muy bien, right? You drive a hard bargain. Remember the verb drive, drove, driven. No driving, driven. Que también significa motivado, which is you guys, my students. You are driven. Excellent job. Excellent job. All right, let's see. Jason Lima in the house. What's up, Jay? How's it going, buddy? Long time no see. And he says, hi there, Double A, my man. That's totally native. My man. No es mi hombre. Es mi amigo, mi colega. Great, Jay. That's a nice way to return, huh? With a totally native. But he didn't put my, he put my man. Tío, te lo he leído tal como lo has dicho. Nice job. Welcome back. Elena. Oh, no, sorry. Chris says, talking about the Say What soundbite. All right, so now we're officially on the Say What soundbite. Unless anybody else would like to participate on the pop quiz, going once, going twice, Say What soundbite. Chris says, this man is talking about a woman who is stick in his mind, who is stuck. Entonces, stick, stuck, stuck. Entonces, la tercera columna, who is stuck in his mind. Or maybe I'm totally wrong. Well, Chris, let me look it over really quickly. Kind of. It's a tough. I've got to be honest. The same way I told you today's spelling bee is going to be relatively easy. The say what soundbite, again, it's got an expression in there. It's a play on words. But great job, Chris. Wonderful effort. Elena. Let's see Elena's take, su opinión. She says, it's a man who says he's good at sticking it into men. Oh, my God. Now, Elena, te voy a explicar lo que acabas de poner, okay? I don't want to be vulgar, but I got to tell you what you wrote there, okay? So, everybody, earmuffs, los que se ofienden. So it's a man who says he's good at sticking it into men, que está muy bien, que lo mete en los chicos, la mete, lo mete. I think we all know what we're thinking about there. En los chicos, muy bien, que domina eso, lo hace muy bien. He's good at it. Oh my God. It's a nuance. Elena, I'm not laughing at you, by the way. I'm laughing at what you're, what I'm reading. Oh my God. Totally changes it. It's very close to what he says, but it's not what he says. Oh my God, that's funny, Elena. I'm crying. Thanks for my first guffaw of the day. Do you know this word, guffaw? A guffaw is like a hearty laugh. No, una risa estas fuertes que te sale del alma. Thank you, Elena. I appreciate the guffaw. So it's a man who says he's good at sticking it into men. No, pero quita una parte y añade un artículo. Oh, man, funny, but lo vamos a ver. Y ahora ya sabes, Elena, lo que no hay que decir. Unless you're working in porno or something. Okay, anyway, moving on. So let me go on. So she says the first part, which we just translated, but not sure about sticking it into a woman unless he sticks himself into her. Well, I'll tell you what, the second part is right. So excellent job. But that's the play on words there. So you're on the right track, Elena. Just careful. That first part, the first part is an idiomatic expression. Okay. And we're going to look at it as we always do a little bit later on in the show. Let's see if we have any more comments, and then we're going to move on. Elena says, sorry, don't apologize ever. Don't apologize for learning. No. You're supposed to make mistakes. We welcome mistakes. Mistakes are blessings. Yes, they are. All right, amigos, we've got Wolfgang Ortiz in the house. What's up, Wolfgang? Great to read your name over here. And he says, te descubrí ayer en el Inglés 4.0, which, by the way, folks, that course, you don't know how many people have stopped me on the street, have, written to me and said, I'm learning English with Mr. Strong, and all these characters that we created a long time ago. I don't even remember. So, wow, thank you. And I'm so glad you're learning with us. Guys, the course is, you can get the course. It's El Curso Online. You can get it at the vontienda.com. And it's a very complete course. And Wolfgang, thankfully, you are not the only person who said that you're learning English with us on that course. It's a course that Vaughn did with Televisión Española, but now you can get the whole course. So that's awesome, Wolfgang. And he said, y ya soy tu Patreon. Awesome. Great. Thank you so much for joining our communities. Let the learning and the fun begin, Wolfgang. Que empieza la diversión y el aprendizaje. And at the same time, we're not taking one away from the other. They're inseparable in my class. Welcome, Wolfgang. Cristina says, oh my God, thanks to you, Elena, we've learned something really useful. Well, that's right. That's right. All right. Let's see. Chris says, Wolfgang is really mean business. Chris, solo te sobra ahí el is, right? So Wolfgang y tenemos que poner el verbo en tercera persona. So sería Wolfgang really means business. And I second the motion. All right, folks, time for your spelling bee.
Spelling bee. Spelling bee. Spelling bee. Spelling bee. Spelling bee.
All right, amigos, welcome to our spelling bee. This is round one of our spelling bee. And remember, the spelling bee is real. It's hablando de la palabra que vimos antes, cutthroat. Esto es súper competitivo. Why? I don't care if you get it. I don't give a shit if you get it. Me importa un bledo. Not me, Alberto. I mean, I'm playing the role of that guy you're going to get in customer service who's having a bad day and is just being absolutely unbearable. And you know what? Sadly, we've all come across this person. Todos hemos topado con el que no nos quiere ayudar, con el que no quiere que nos entendamos. Sadly, okay, the good news, most people aren't like that. But there are some people that it seems like, do you want to understand me or not? Because you're not making any effort on your end either. So that's this first guy. Is everybody ready here? All right, here we go. These words need to be capitalized because they are all proper nouns. And today, you're going to get 8. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but Alberto, what are you talking about, man? You said this was going to be easy. Yeah, 8 very short words. So sometimes you get over 8 words. I say there's 6, but some of them have 3 or 4 words per word. So this, if you really do the math, this is 8 words. No more, no less. Is everybody ready? Round 1. The first word is MERCURY. The second word is VENUS. The third one is EARTH. The fourth one is MARS. The fifth one is JUPITER. The next one, SATURN. The next one, URANUS. And the last one, NEPTUNE. We can't even begin to really grasp our great galaxy. Never mind the ones that lie way beyond what we even know. This intricate, interwoven, interstellar constellation of planets spins around the scorching sun in a way that seems completely seamless. Get ready to gaze up at the sparkling stars and puzzling planets spiraling endlessly in the sky above. We'll make sense of the Milky Way on this week's episode of FYI. Welcome to For Your Info.
En inglés.
You got it. That's right, folks. If you haven't heard that episode of FYI, those episodes, I should say, you can find the episode wherever you get your Vaughn podcasts. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and that one's on the Milky Way, La Via Láctea. Also, one of my favorite candy bars. Ooh. Oh, man. Is anybody getting hungry here? Candy bar, Milky Way. Anyway, let's take a look over here. I've got a lot of students taking a stab at it. And let's see. I'm going to just glance at them. The good thing is, Born to Iron Man, you were first. But remember, being first is not enough. Your 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your sixth one is incorrect. So remember what I always say about speed. Not interested in speed if it ain't right. Si no es correcto, don't care how fast you go. It's not right. So either way, good effort, but we have to move on to the second person. Let's see if we got speed and also accuracy, ¿no? Precisión. Espera, vamos a cambiar el orden. Accuracy, then speed. All right, let's see. Elena, the first one saying, the last one you made up. I didn't say that. Hey, good. I like how you filled in the blank there. Let's see. Mike Moreno says, y'all are a bunch of pimps. Absolutely, man. You caught us. All of us. Each and every one of us. Do you guys know what pimps are? Thanks for making me explain this, Mike. Mike Tan Moreno. A pimp is un chulo, somebody who works in the prostitution industry, right? And also, you might know it from a 50 Cent song. I don't know what you heard about me, but can't get $1 out of me. No, because I'm a motherfucking PIMP. Oh, man. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate you making me explain that. Folks, we've got to go to a quick commercial break. I also owe you another round of today's Spelling Bee. We've got homophones. We've got Double Trouble. Name that movie. Name that lyric. So much. Famous birthdays. All that and much more in the third and fourth part of the show. We'll be right back with much more. So stick around. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to the third part. I can't believe it. We're here in the third part of today's show with No Name on Vaughn Radio, where you can learn English for free every day. Don't forget, we're also on TuneIn Radio now. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts, iVox, and so many more. So you have no excuses. And if you're not listening to Fitz's program before this one, you're missing out. I mean, what boxer, what champion gets into the ring without warming up? What singer goes on stage without warming up? See? And there's no better way to warm up for this show than with my buddy Fitz. No Excuses is awesome. He really drills the students to make sure they understand all the structures in the English language. And remember this, every teacher in Vaughan has gotten the Fitz stamp of approval. How do I know that? Because if not, it wouldn't be there. The seal of approval, the stamp of approval. All right, amigos. Well, we're back for so much more here. We're going to start off with homophones. Then we'll listen to our Say What soundbite again. We'll give you the second round of the Spelling Bee, which, by the way, we've got a winner. We'll take a look at who our winners are. I got a few winners. And name that movie, Double Trouble, and all that jazz y todo eso. But right now, it's time for homophones.
Homophones, homophones, on the show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones on the show with no name. Cause homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. 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 Show with no name. The show with no name.
That's right, amigos. It's homophones only on the show with no name. And here's where we're going to take a look at two words that may or may not sound alike. I want you to tell me if A, what the words are, and B, if they sound exactly the same. The first word is the past tense of the word do. And you'd better know that one. If you don't know this word, you can't even consider yourself a beginner in English. Okay? Because it's probably one of the most used verbs ever. Hice. El momento que quieres decir hice, you're done, right? ¿Qué hiciste? Right? There you go. Done. The moment we talk about the past tense, you need to know this one. So it's the auxiliary verb, right? In the past tense as well. Comiste. And it's el pasado del verbo hacer. Not make, porque ese sería make, made, made. All right? And the second word has a couple different meanings. The second word is a pretty rich word. The first word is seen everywhere, right? The second one is acto, acción o hazaña, okay? It's also, si le ponemos una S, excuse me, escritura de una propiedad, right? Bueno, no siempre tiene que ir con ese, ¿eh? Let's see, porque yo estoy pensando ahora, yo no lo diría con ese. So, es la escritura de una casa, es un acto, es una acción, right? Yeah, that's it. So, alguien que hace buenas obras moral, alguien que ayuda a alguien a cruzar la carretera. If you carry, an elderly person's packages, estás haciendo un buen acto. One of these. All right. So I want to know what the words are, and I want to know if they sound exactly the same or not. Also, I'm going to give you guys your say what soundbite here for the third time. Pay close attention.
All right, yes, I'm very good at sticking it to the man, but this woman, I don't want to stick anything to her, except myself. She won't let me.
Do you know about Vaughn groups? Well, I'm going to tell you all about them. They are group English classes that you can do via video conference or in person. And the good news is you can start whenever you want. And you can keep the same timetable, teacher, and classmates throughout the whole course. And the best part, there's no strings attached. Sin compromiso. And if you act now, you can get a 5% discount for paying up front. And if you stick with the course for 6 months, you'll get a 50% discount in June. Wow, what a deal! As if you needed more reasons to learn English with Vaughn. Check out our Vaughn groups. Have fun and make friends as you learn English. Sign up now while there are still spots available. Call us 911-385831. Or you can go to our website, grupovon.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media and find out if Vaughn groups are for you. That's right, amigos, Vaughn groups. And again, if you want to find out about all our special deals, go to grupovon.com/cursos destacados. All right, let's take a look at our homophones, and then we'll go back to round 2 of our spelling bee. The first person to participate in the homophones is Marcelman, but you gave me the words, which is part 1, but now I want to know if they sound the same or not as well. Let's see. Elena, she says the 2 words correctly, and she says they are not homophones. All right. Daniela, she says the two words correctly, and she says they're not homophones as well. Lupe says they don't sound alike. All right. They're the correct words again. Jay Lima says, I think the words and are homophones. So Jay thinks that they're possibly homophones. Interesting. And the majority of you, most of you, are saying that they're not homophones. All right. Well, the way we solve this once and for all is by saying the words. The first word is such an important word. Did. Did you go there? Did you? It's not did. Did. I know you guys know how to make that sound. ¿Qué dices? It's like a short casi una pero no exactamente. You know what I'm saying? But it's closer if you go did, then deed. So hear the difference? Did you go? Did you go? Did. That sound is so important. Did. Let's rhyme some words with it. Did. Hid. Rid. Right? Did you get rid of that? No read. Rid. Because read is leer. Right? So, did. Yes, I did. No, I did. I did. Did you? Y el did you es did you. Muchas veces nuestra you lo convertimos en una ya. Did you? Yeah, I did. Did you go? Did you? O sea, si te sabes el did you, te sabes pronunciarlo como nosotros. So, ya ahí es añadir el verbo. Did you go? Did you eat? Did you have fun? Did you? Y eso es como se practica. This is what a drill is. It's drilling that hasta que cada vez te sale el did you. No, did you? Right? Did you? Did you? Do they sound the same? Don't look at the way it's written. That's only going to throw you off in English. Solo te va a desconcertar eso. Did you? Did you? Yes, I did. The second word, deed. Did you sign the deed? Did you sign the deed? They are not homophones. Great job, Elena, Daniela, and Lupe. And Jay, now you know the word did and deed are not homophones. All right, let's take a look at our spelling bee. I've got to give you guys round 2, but let's see if anybody got it on the first go. The next person up was Chris Valrol. Let's see. The first one's correct. The second one, the third one, the fourth one, fifth, sixth, seventh. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Valrol. Excellent job, Chris. You nailed it. Also, Lupe as well. And Jay Lima. Wow, so many people who figured out our spelling bee on the first go, too. Wow, I'm very impressed, I've got to say. All right, well, here's the round where I'm really nice. So even if you're a beginner, you should be able to get these. And then we'll take a look at the planets. These are obviously the planets in the Milky Way. And I know you'll recognize them, but we pronounce them a little bit differently, so we'll look at the pronunciation really quickly. The first word, MERCURY. The second word is VENUS. The third word is EARTH. The next one, MARS. The next one is JUPITER. The next one, SATURN. The seventh, URANUS. And the last one, NEPTUNE. And congratulations again to everybody who got it. These are the planets in the Milky Way, La Via Láctea. If you haven't heard that episode of FYI, give it a listen. I don't go too deep into the science. In fact, I try and make it more practical and teach you idiomatic expressions. Like when you tell somebody, man, you're a space cadet, un cadete del espacio. O sea, estás en la luna, no estás presente. You're como despistado. We looked at the word yesterday, scatterbrained. Same thing. Man, you're a space cadet. También decimos el Earth to J. Digo tu nombre J porque te veo ahí. Earth to J, la Tierra a J. Same. So you'll learn all that stuff in the episode. Now, the reason I chose the Milky Way and its planets, and sorry, Pluto. Sorry about that. Pluton, we say Pluto, just like Mickey's dog. Well, the reason is today in 1781, William Herschel discovered Uranus. Did you know about it, or you didn't even realize? Did you get my joke? It's horrible. It's so immature, but that's me. Hi, welcome. You got to love me with warts and all. Como decimos la expresión, con todas mis verrugas. Did you get the joke? Uranus es tu ano. También es como se pronuncia el planeta. And yes, we've been making that joke since we were kids. Lo puedes ver en E.T. The joke is in E.T. So if you want to see the joke in a classic movie, check it out. It says something about discovering Uranus, or his favorite planet is Uranus. So yes, today in 1781, William Herschel discovered Uranus. I know. Now, the British had a solution. And the British said, well, that could be quite offensive, Uranus. We're talking about someone's arsehole. But they thought it would be a good idea to change it to Uranus. Uranus. So Americans say Uranus, que es literalmente tu ano al decirlo. And British say Uranus, que es literalmente orina is. Urine is. So, the lesser of the two evils? Why don't we just rename the planet? Well, in English, it's Uranus. Y sí, claro que hacemos chistes. All right, the first word I know you recognize. Mercurio, you say. Cuidado con la U. Mercury. Es esa U que suena a U. Mercury. Es como I-U en Spanish. Mercury. Ok, dilo en voz alta conmigo, porque seguro que hubieses dicho Mercury, ¿no? Freddie Mercury. Well, his real name is Freddie Mercury. Okay. Well, really, it's Basar. I forget. I forget his real name, but you can find it out. There's an FYI episode on Freddie Mercury. All right. The second one, Venus. Venus. I know you've heard this one. Any Europe fans here? Not talking about the country, talking about the group. Europe. We're heading to Venus. And still we stand strong, and maybe they've seen us and worshiped us all. It's the final countdown. Yeah, in the final countdown, you'll hear it. He says, we're heading to Venus. Vamos hacia el Venus. Now, there's another word that rhymes with Venus, ya que estamos siendo sophomoric y maduros. But I'll let you figure that one out. Venus, ladies, you don't have one. Okay, the next one, Earth. Earth, lo acabamos de ver en la expresión, Earth to John. Earth to John, right? And the only problem with that one is I've heard people mispronounce it. Dicen earth, quieren usar las dos sílabas, los dos vocales. Quiero que imagines en tu cabeza sin la A, esa palabra. O sea, eso es lo que hay que hacer. Una cosa, quiero escribirlo, pues earth, pero quiero decirlo, earth. Y te quitas esa A como que no, eso no existe para mí ya. Solo si lo voy a escribir. Earth. All right, the next one's Mars. You say Marte, right? I always, of course, Martes, Marte. But it's funny because I knew the planet, I knew the weekday before the planet. And then I said, what's Marte? They're like, Marte, the red planet. I'm like, oh, Mars is Marte? I didn't know that. I thought it was Marzo or something. I don't know. The next one, same word, just pronounced a little bit differently. You guys say Jupiter. We say Jupiter. Jupiter. It rhymes with stupider. The next one, Saturn. No Saturn? Saturn. La U como una E en tu cabeza. Saturn. We already looked at Uranus. Perdona. I know. I'll stop. I can't promise, but I'll try. All right, and the last one is Neptune. Neptune. So great job, show with no namers. And now it's time for Name That Movie. Name That Movie. That's right, amigos. That's right. It is time for Name That Movie, where we learn a little English from movies. And I've got to be honest, when we do this section, I probably have seen about maybe half of the movies. So I haven't seen all of them, but I choose them based on their English content. And also, usually it's connected to famous birthdays in some way, if you haven't noticed. But I'm always looking for juicy words, expressions, structures in English in movies. And if you love watching movies, awesome. Awesome. It's a great way to learn English. Of course, if you watch something that's kind of really difficult, what's this one? Christopher Nolan, The Dream Inside the Dream. Good luck. Good luck understand. I didn't understand it in English, and I speak fluent English, right? So go easy. Start with simple movies and then work your way up. Same thing with novels as well. Okay? Let's take a look over here. A teenager's dreams come true when a former porn star moves in next door and they fall in love. That plot sounds familiar. It's not Risky Business. But yeah, it was kind of based on it. Similar plot. Plot is la historia, la trama, I think you say. Okay? So, a teenager's dreams come true when a former porn star, former's anterior, ya no lo es, a former porn star moves in next door. Se entra en la casa, ¿no? Es nueva vecina. And they fall in love. Cuidado con ese verbo. Fall, fell, fallen. Bueno, te sorprendería las veces que he oído I felt in love. I'm like, no, es I fell. Porque viene de caerse. Y eso, el pasado es fell. Caí en el amor. No es me sentí. So that's why, because you would say, I feel love, but I feel loved, me siento querido, but really, I fell in love. Si queremos decir enamorarse. And you can also fall out of love as well. So tienes dos por uno ahí. All right, let's see if anybody knows it. Jay Lima says, it's the girl next door. Yeah. Jay, welcome back. And he's even got a little joke for us here. He says, what makes Earth so great? It's well-rounded. I like it. It's well-rounded, equilibrado, well-rounded. Sabe un poco de todo. It's a good one. What makes Earth so great? It's well-rounded. Great, great. A lot of jokes that have to do with the planets. I don't have any on me right now, and obviously it's not time for the joke section, but I like that joke, Jay. It did make me chuckle. All right, have any of you seen this movie? The movie came out in 2004, and it stars Emil Hirsch. You guys know Emil Hirsch? Very talented actor. He was in one of my favorite movies ever, Into the Wild. Into the Wild. He was also in Speed Racer. He was also in The Darkest Hour and many, many other movies. But for me, he really, really did a wonderful job. Did I say deed or did? He really did a wonderful job in Into the Wild. If you haven't seen that movie, it's beautiful. And I got to be honest, I'm not a fan of Sean Penn as a person because I feel like he's like, look at me, look at me, look at me. Like he does things. He's like doing things so people look at him. You know what I mean? I feel like that because if you want to help people, you don't have to bring your press with you. No tienes que traer los medios contigo. Just go by yourself. Go do it. So I feel like a lot of these Hollywood people, you know, it's like virtue signaling. You know, look at me. Look at how virtuous I am. How good I am. And it's cool, but I prefer the people who don't tell people how good they are. They just do it. All right. So Emil Hirsch, what a wonderful actor. and a beautiful movie. The soundtrack as well. If you guys are Pearl Jam fans, it's not Pearl Jam, but it's Eddie Vedder. And it's him. It's a solo album. And it's excellent. Some of the songs are just, I mean, they're tear jerkers. Hasta te arrancan, te hacen saltar una lágrima. We call it a tear jerker. A movie or a song or a story or a novel that makes you cry, we call a tear jerker. And to jerk is como que te saca, no? Te sonsaca. It makes you shed a tear. So the girl next door, and I think that's even like a type. Oh, I like Mary. She's the girl next door. Ahora, no significa que es tu vecina. Significa es como la del barrio. You know, la chica de toda la vida, tu vecina de toda la vida. So, again, it shares a plot kind of similar with Risky Business, but that came out in 1983. And, well, let's see. Emile Hirsch. Oh, of course. Emile Hirsch was in Alpha Dog as well. Have you seen that movie? Alpha Dog? That's with Emile Hirsch, Justin Timberlake. Well, Emile Hirsch, Chris Marquette, and Olivia Wilde were also in Alpha Dog together after this movie. This one came before Alpha Dog. Also, they have what we call, what is product placement. Product placement is when you see somebody drinking a Pepsi. And, you know, the logo is right there. You can see it beautifully. It's, you know, drink Pepsi. Es literalmente colocación de producto, product placement. It's a very big way to sell things. Have you seen The Matrix? What kind of cars do they drive? Cadillac, obviously. I mean, you can see the logo. I mean, The Matrix is, I don't know how much money Cadillac paid the producers of The Matrix, but oh yeah, that was a nice ad for, especially because the movie was so successful. And the series, you know, it was a concept movie. So, you know, people will be watching that movie maybe for decades. And there it is, Cadillac. In your face. Now, this one was a little more subtle. You say sutil, we say subtle, la B es muda. In the video room, there are movie posters, and the posters are for Alien, Planet of the Apes, the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and X-Men 2. Now, what do they all have in common? They were all films released through Fox, the distributor of this movie. So they figured, hey, why not put our movies in there? And hopefully people will be urged, or they'll feel the need to watch them. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't know. After reading the names Alien, X-Men, these are good movies over here. Better than The Girl Next Door, the movie we're looking at right now. But folks, we've got to go to our final commercial break right now. I can't believe it. Time is just whizzing by. I hope you guys will join us in the fourth and final part of today's show. And then you've got the lovely Ximena Holiday and Nacho with Test Your English right after this. So stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to this, the fourth and final part of today's show with no name on Vaughn Radio. Thank you so much for joining us today and every day. It's an absolute pleasure to have such driven students. We looked at that word earlier, driven, motivados, mentalizados. You guys are awesome. Keep it up. And that's not just my opinion. All the other teachers here at Vaughn Radio feel exactly the same. How do I know? They're my friends. We talk. So thank you on behalf of all of us for being the greatest damn students in the world. And sometimes the challenges are easier, sometimes they're harder, but you guys are here every day putting in the time, the effort, and the energy it takes to do anything in life, not just learn languages. You got to put time, energy, effort, and a little passion into it. And I think you've got yourself a lovely recipe, amigos. Una receta maravillosa. For anything, not just learning English. Whether it's learning a new sport, taking up a new hobby, whatever. Get into it. Put some passion into it. All right, amigos, let's kick off with today's double trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is. Give it up. Double trouble. I said double trouble. Double trouble. I said double trouble. That's right, amigos. And we were talking about our question of the week before. What do you do when you need to relax? When you have a tough day, like I had yesterday. I had a really tough day yesterday because I had a lot of drama, unnecessary drama in my life. And on top of it, to top it all off, el colmo, to top it all off, apúntate esa, I'm dying here. I got a toothache. Tengo un dolor de muela que flipa. Today, finally, I have a dentist's appointment today. It happened on the weekend, and I was, part of me was hoping it would just start feeling better, but that's not happening. So, so, you know, if you have a tough day, it's tough. But then if you're also have pain, well, that just kind of adds insult to injury, como va la expresión, ¿no? Hace una situación mala peor. But the good news, feeling better today. You can't have a bad day every day. And if you are, well, then there's probably something else going on here. But this person who we're going to talk about in our double trouble, man, this person really needs a vacation. Let's see. Creo que tienes que relajarte o vas a acabar 2 metros bajo tierra. What? Are you serious? Hey, it's true. If you suffer from, you know, I had a doctor tell me that. I have hypertension. I don't know if you guys know that about me. Okay, I suffer from anxiety, me da ansiedad de vez en cuando. Okay, this is stuff, blah, 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 blah. We all have our shit anyway. And the doctor told me, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, the blood pressure. He's like, the doctor's like, I'm not laughing. It's not a laughing matter. Esto no es para reírse. And that day, I decided to take my health seriously. I'm like, some woman who doesn't even know me is telling me I'm not laughing at this situation. I don't see the humor in you not being healthy. And I was like, Jesus Christ. It was a reality check. I'm serious. I said, oh my God, this woman, I don't know from anybody. You know, I've never seen her before in my life. It was when we had our checkups at Vaughn. And I was going through a really difficult time in a couple different things. And instead of getting rid of that stress, I was taking it on. And we all know stress is a killer. And I'm not joking there. So let's see if you guys can figure it out. This might be a little bit tough here. creo que tienes que relajarte. O vas a acabar 2 metros o a 2 metros bajo tierra. And remember, we don't use metros in my country. Maybe there's a little clue for you. All right. Also, we need to listen to our Say What soundbite for the fourth and final time. Please write down what you hear.
All right, yes, I'm very good at sticking it to the man, but this woman, I don't want to stick anything to her, except myself. She won't let me.
Listen carefully. Can you hear that? No. Listen closer. I'm not talking about the birds chirping. I'm talking about everybody speaking English and feeling comfortable. Listen. This is what it's like at Vaughntown, a peaceful place where you can really learn English and lose your inhibitions. There's a reason it's one of our star programs. Vaughntown, lose your fear of speaking English. If you want more information about this immersive experience, go to grupovon.com or give us a call, 911-385831. Lose your fear of speaking English and express yourself with clarity at Vaughntown. That's right, amigos. That's right. More information about Vaughntown or our newest initiative, Weekend Town, go to our website, grupovon.com/cursos destacados, and you can find out about all the special deals going on in the Vaughn world. All right, let's go on over to our Double Trouble. And let's see. Nobody has figured it out. Interesting. I didn't think it was that difficult. I thought it was maybe in the middle, intermediate level. Let's see. Jay Lima says, the latest Matrix was a flop. I didn't even know they made one recently. Oh, I haven't seen the series. I haven't watched a movie in like years, I think. Maybe one in the last year. I used to watch movies more often, but now I just can't find the time. Always trying to figure things out. You know, when you have kids, with professional life, well, you guys know you're juggling. You become a juggler in the circus. Uno que hace malabares. So becoming a movie, that ball drops. Watching a movie, not becoming. Convirtiéndote en una película. Watching a movie, that ball somehow just drops. All right, let's see. Daniela says, if you don't put your feet up, you will end up 2 feet underground. Daniela. Okay, well, firstly, I don't care about the difference in meters and feet, okay? Porque eso lo puedes mirar en cualquier momento. Pero solo te voy a cambiar una palabra ahí, Daniela. La medida. Because the rest is awesome. Wow, Daniela. Wow. So, creo que tienes que relajarte. I think you need to put your feet up. That's right. That's one way of saying take it easy. That's another way. Take it easy. Relax. Right? Calm down. Put your feet up. Let your hair down es un poco diferente. Soltarte el pelo, ¿no? A little bit different. So put your feet up. It means literally relájate. Pero piénsalo. Si tienes los pies elevados, es que estás relajado normalmente. Right? You're in a hammock, or maybe, you're sitting in a comfortable chair or something like this, one of these recliners. So, excellent. The only thing, I'm going to change 2 feet underground to 6 feet. Porque 2 pies, no sé, es very close to the surface there. No queremos los cadáveres tan cerca. 2 pies. ¿Cómo son 2 pies? Pues como 2 pies normales de una persona. So, no. We're going to go deeper. 6 feet under, que de hecho es el nombre de una serie de HBO. So if you've seen the series or heard of the series 6 feet under, it means enterrado. And I think it's about a funeral home. Si no me equivoco, va sobre una funeraria. So I think you need to put your feet up or you're going to end up 6 feet under. Daniela. Awesome. Cámbiame el 2 por el 6. Y lo tenemos ahí, because 2 feet, I don't know. I don't know about that. It might be good for planting vegetables, but... All right, let's see. Jay Lima says, I think you need to lie down or you'll end up lying down under 6 feet underground. I would take out the first under then there, Jay. I would say, I think you need to lie down or you'll end up lying down 6 feet under. I'll take it like that. Good job. So put your feet up, relax, take it easy, sit back. Sit back is échate para atrás, right? These are all different ways of saying relax. My favorite, take it easy. What are you going to do this weekend? I'm going to take it easy. Lo voy a tomar tranquilo. Now, that never happens because then it's like, oh, we got to go to the Ratoncito Pérez Museum. And then and I'm like, oh, great, here we go. As I said, no time for movies. Unless it's the last. Okay, I'm lying. I'll correct what I said before. Unless it's Trolls 3 or Super Mario, unless it's one of those movies. Migration, que estuvo muy bien, de hecho. So there you go. Excellent job to Daniela and Jay. Let's finish up our movie very quickly. The movie was called The Girl Next Door, que otra vez no solo el nombre de una película, pero es un tipo de chica, como súper las que, no, la vecina, la de toda la vida, right? I don't know if you say la chica de al lado, you say that? The Girl Next Door. So Kelly says, if I'm going to do this payment plan thing, I need a show of good faith. A payment plan es pagar algo a plazos, right? In installments. Un plazo es an installment. So a payment plan es hacer un plan de pago. So if I'm going to do this payment plan thing, I need a show of good faith. Una muestra de buena fe. Same. Something concrete. And then Matthew says, well, like what? And Kelly says, a blowjob. Do you know what that is? Okay, fellatio. Okay. Matthew then says, nah, I told you. Ya te dije. Remember, she's a former porn star. Nah is another way of saying no. Nah, I told you. I told you. Si quieres decirlo a lo nativo. I told you. She's not going to do that anymore. Ya no va a hacer eso. You can also say any longer. Tienes dos ahí. She's not going to do that anymore. She's not going to do that any longer. She's no longer going to do that. ¿Quieres más opciones? Para decir ya no. Then Kelly says, who said anything about her? ¿Quién dije que estaba hablando de ella? And then pone aquí beat. Beat es una pausa, like boom. Right? And then Kelly says, yeah, we're definitely outside the box now, huh? Ahora estamos pensando poco convencional. To think outside the box, to think inside the box. Now you got to ask yourself. You've got to. Pero gotta. I tengo. I got to go. Tengo que irme. Now you got to ask yourself. G-O-T-T-A. Tienes que preguntarte. How far are you willing to go? ¿Cuán lejos estás dispuesta a ir? How much do you really care about her? ¿Cuánto te importa ella de verdad? And then Kelly unzips his pants. Kelly can be a boy's name too. Kelly unzips, so to zip it up or to unzip it. Lo mismo con button. Button it up, unbutton it. That's called your fly, by the way. Nosotros lo llamamos la mosca. ¿Habéis oído los Levi's button fly? Pues ahí viene. Your fly's open significa se te ve, tienes la bragueta abierto. So Kelly unzips his pants and then starts laughing. And he says, I'm joking, man. Relax. Que acabamos de ver formas de decirlo. He goes, damn. And then we wrap it up there. Today's Girl Next Door, the movie. Have any of you seen it? I've never seen it. As I said, I'm a fan of Emil Hirsch. Let's see. Mike says, get a grip. Take it easy. Put yourself together, or mejor, pull yourself together. Put your feet up. Relax. Chill out, says Jay Lima. Good job, guys. Lots of synonyms. And what about the newest one, the latest one, chillax? O sea, no nos valía chill out or relax. Así que nos fuimos con chillax. All right, folks, time to move on because we've got a celebration to get to. It's famous birthday trivia. That's right, amigos. It's famous birthdays here on the show with no name. Let's take a look over here. We've also got a winner in today's Say What soundbite. A couple little adjustments, but we'll look at that after. Please give it up for Elena. Nice job, Elena. All right, number one. This actor was born in 1985 in the United States. He played Chris McCandless in the movie Into the Wild in 2007. I already told you this is in my top 5, and I don't like Sean Penn as a person. As an actor, he's all right. He's not at his best moment, let's put it that way. You know, this guy is, right? He's in his prime. En su mejor momento, we say in your prime. And so he played Christopher McCandless in Into the Wild. He was also in The Girl Next Door in 2004. So I said his name before. He was in Alpha Dog, awesome movie. Not for the faint of heart. No apto para cardíacos, Alpha Dog. Speed Racer, which came out in 2008. Milk, about Harvey Milk in 2008. Lone Survivor in 2013. The Autopsy of Jane Doe. Hey, we said we're talking about that before. 6 Feet Under. Jane Doe es un cuerpo de mujer no identificada. Un cadáver de mujer no identificada. John Doe es cadáver de hombre no identificado. Yeah, we do things differently in the United States. I know you're like, ¿cuánto pasa eso? Enough in my country where they have their own names. So, yes, The Autopsy of Jane Doe in 2016. Also, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood in 2019, and many other movies. Number 2, this woman was born today, the same year as my mother, 1951. A Spanish-American singer, guitarist, and actress. Now, her real name is Maria Rosario Pilar Martínez Molina Baeza. But everybody just calls her by a 2-syllable name. So her full name, Maria Rosario Pilar Martínez. Let me take a deep breath here. Esto es como un spelling bee. Maria Rosario Pilar Martínez Molina Baeza. But nobody calls her that. She was born in Spain and actress, singer, comedian, flamenco artist. She rose to prominence in the 1960s. Also, she trained under Andrés Segovia. What else can we say about her? She married Xavier Cugat. She was also on The Tonight Show and many other things. Oh, and her catchphrase is coochie coochie. Yeah, it's cheesy. Coochie coochie. Yeah, that's what she used to say all the time. And last but not least, definitely not least, one of my favorite actors, living actors. This guy is amazing. Ever since I first saw him in Fargo, not the series, the movie Fargo, in 1996, I was like, what? Who is this guy? He was also in Boogie Nights, Mystery Men, Jurassic Park 3, Wild Hogs, and he also played Frank Gallagher in Shameless, which is a very popular TV show now, a sitcom, or not a sitcom, a series. And he's been married to actress Felicity Huffman since 1997. Today's 3 famous birthdays: Emile Hirsch, Charo, they call her Charo, And number 3, William H. Macy. And that's going to bring us to today's Say What soundbite. It's William H. Macy in Shameless. And he says, all right, yes, I'm really good at sticking it to the man. To stick it, not into the man. Great job, Elena, by the way, but it's to stick it to the man, not into the man. Okay? Says, all right, yes, I'm really good at sticking it to the man. And to stick it to the man is la autoridad. No? The authorities, whoever, the rulers, the elite, right? So to stick it to the man is to not conform, right? So I'm not going to do that because I'm sticking it to the man. And this is to resist, to fight back, to not conform, okay? To stick it to the man, we say. Oh, man, that guy, he's really sticking it to the man, right? He hasn't paid taxes in 20 years, right? I wouldn't recommend that, by the way. Not a good idea. So the play on words is, all right, yes, I'm really good at sticking it to the man, but this woman, I don't want to stick anything to her. Como no, jugando que no le quiero pegar nada. He goes, well, except myself. A lo mejor me pego yo a ella, but she won't let me. Pero no me va a dejar. So let's hear William H. Macy.
All right, yes, I'm very good at sticking it to the man, but this woman, I don't want to stick anything to her, except myself. She won't let me.
Hi, hello, Alberto. I think the song is... No? Sorry, bye.
Name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. Name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. It's name that lyric only on the show with no name.
That's right, amigos. It's Name That Lyric only on the show with no name. And let's see what we've got for today's Name That Lyric. Well, we looked at the expression, or looked at many ways to say, relájate, right? I love, my favorite in Spanish is relaja la raja. I love that one. Well, this is a nice way to say it. Take it easy. It's a song by the Eagles, Las Águilas. And he says, well, I'm running down the road. I'm running down the road, corriendo por la carretera, trying to loosen, soltar, to loosen, porque loose es suelto, pero el verbo es to loosen. Trying to loosen my load, mi carga, ¿no? Lo que llevo. We looked at the word load the other day. We said to unload and to load a truck. A load también es una tanda. No una tanda. De ropa, no una colada, a load. I'm going to do a load of laundry, right? I've got 7 women on my mind. Whoa, playa. What a player, golfo. I've got 7 women on my mind. 4 that want to own me. 4 que me quieren poseer. 2 that want to stone me. Now, to stone is tirar piedras, right? Like in the Bible, to stone. 1 says she's a friend of mine. Y una, dije que es amiga mía. Take it easy, take it easy. And I love this next, this next sentence is awesome, because this is like, this sentence was written for somebody like me who suffers from some anxiety. And sometimes many times I overthink things. Pienso cosas demasiado, le doy demasiadas vueltas. And here's the line. I hope it hits you, te toca a ti, the same way it hit me. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. No dejes que the wheels can be your wheels on the road, but we also say the wheels are turning cuando estás pensando. So it's a great line because it's about being on the road, but it's also about overthinking things. So he says, take it easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. Thank you so much, Show with No Namers. You did a wonderful job today and every day. I hope you're able to take it easy today. And we'll be back tomorrow with more Show with No Name. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure. Up next, you've got the one and only Ximena and Nacho in Test Your English. Don't miss it. Thanks again. So loosen my load. I got 7 women on my mind.